We all know big is bigger than small. And of course, massive is bigger than big. And mega is even bigger than massive and way bigger than big. Well, this isn't big, and it's not massive, and it's not just mega. This is the Mega Massive Oh My Goodness Merry Mortgage Giveaway from Cable Bahamas. Our grand prize winner will get their mortgage and utilities paid for a full year. Another winner will get their utility payments, and another winner will get all their cable services for an entire year. That's up to $40,000 in prizes in the Mega Massive Oh My Goodness Merry Mortgage Giveaway. If you want to win, just sign up for Rare Voice Bahamaland, the unlimited nationwide home phone service that's packed with features for one low price of just $14.99 a month. This is the time to upgrade your home phone service to Rare Voice Bahamaland, and we'll pay your mortgage and utility payments up to $25,000 for a full year. Rare Voice Bahamaland, the Bahamas' most reliable home phone service with nationwide coverage and a chance to win in the Mega Massive Oh My Goodness Merry Mortgage Giveaway.
A man shot execution style, his body discarded in bushes.
He appears to be about 21 years of age.
The housing program to begin next year after months of delays. The opposition deputy leader weighs in on the government's proposed welfare system.
One of the biggest challenges to poverty is lack of education.
Prison officers say some of them haven't been paid in months.
Well, who wants to wait for 5 months and then get paid afterward?
Plus a heartwarming donation. I'm Nakia DeVoe, and this is NB12 Weekend. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us here at Cable 12 Studios. Here are the stories coming out of the newsroom this weekend. First up tonight, the country's murder count is nearing the triple digits, with the 97th victim discovered in bushes just last night. Police were alerted to the gruesome discovery of a man's body with gunshot wounds to the head and back just before 10 p.m.
Sometime around 9:40 p.m., police received reports of a male being found here in the bushes at Hollywood Subdivision. This is off Cowpen Road East. Officers responded to this scene where they discovered what appeared to be the body of a male suffering from apparent gunshot wounds about the body.
Officer in charge of the Central Detective Unit, Superintendent Paul Roll, says police believe the victim is about 21 years old. Officers are appealing to members of the public for any information on the murder and the victim, who at last report had not been identified.
He is wearing an Oakland Raiders cap. He's wearing a gold, or some people may call it yellow t-shirt or shirt with the words Academia written on it, and a pair of Gucci blue jeans pants and a gray Nike Air Jordan tennis. The male seemed to have a low afro, probably about 3/4 of an inch.
Superintendent Roll said if you know of anyone fitting that description who you have not seen since last night, you should give police a call immediately.
The person's hearing me, and you know your loved ones have left from home fitting this description, and we would ask you to give us a call.
Now, officers are in the early stages of the investigation and have no motive for the murder, but Roll said police have one piece of information they're hoping members of the public can use to help them solve this crime.
We have information that a green Honda Accord may have been in this area, and so we appeal to members of the public who may have some information on this latest homicide to give us a ring so that we can act on it.
The numbers to call if you have information on last night's or any other murder are 919 Crime Stoppers at 328 Tips, 302-8430, or your nearest police station. With the government's new $7.5 million welfare system set to come on stream next year, F&M Deputy Leader and former State Minister for Social Development Loretta Butler Turner explained the benefits of the planned program. One major change is the standard check method being replaced with conditioned cash transfers or money going directly from government into recipients' accounts. With this new system, welfare recipients will only receive benefits if they meet certain requirements, including taking steps to raise their children's GPA and better their health. Dana Smith has more details in this report.
The new welfare program will implement direct cash transfers rather than the collection of checks, but only dependent on recipients meeting certain requirements, such as good health and education. Butler Turner, who served as State Minister of Social Development in the prior administration, said this should not only reduce dependency in future generations, but should also mitigate abuse.
The great thing about this program is that while it helps the individuals and families, it also helps to curtail the abuses that one finds within the welfare system. It also assists the government in reaching certain prescribed objectives. For example, if one of the objectives or one of the conditions is that your children must be immunized in order for you to get X amount of dollars, then you will not receive your cash transfer until such time that you have actually proven and demonstrated that the children have been immunized.
As part of the newly designed system, in addition to ensuring good health, welfare recipients can also be withheld from financial assistance if their children are not successful in school. The Inter-American Development Bank, or IDB, had revealed details of that aspect of the new system last week. The IDB explained if a child whose household is participating in the program is not meeting the requirements for graduation, that child would have to attend remedial classes.
We know that one of the biggest challenges to poverty is lack of education. And so I think one of the other objectives would be attendance and participation by students and parents in the education. So the children must attend school, parents must be engaged, and then of course they will get whatever conditional cash transfer based on that.
The long-term goal of the new program would be to have children of current welfare recipients less dependent on the system, Butler Turner explained. She also noted the abuse which currently exists in the present system and could be lessened if the new program is administered correctly. One of the biggest challenges, she said, is internal abuse by civil servants aiding themselves or their friends.
We've also had abuses by the general public in terms of various types of fraud committed, in terms of rental assistance, in terms of actually selling the food stamps and getting cash, or using the food stamps to do what we call turn their hand, buying cigarettes with the food stamps, for example, and then selling the cigarettes to make a profit. So we've seen various forms of abuse with this system.
Butler Turner said if this new welfare program is administered correctly, the government should achieve a lot of its benchmark objectives. The IDB has also praised the planned program as a major reform that should improve the efficiency of the country's welfare system. Reporting for NB12, I'm Dana Smith.
Well, the government's housing program is expected to finally begin in January after about a 5-month delay. In June, the Ministry of Finance signed a $60 million memorandum of understanding with the National Insurance Board and the Bahamas Mortgage Corporation for the program that was slated for a July start. Well, Minister of Housing Kenred Dorsett said his ministry will begin building after it gets the first set of funds in a few weeks.
I've just been advised that we should expect to get our first draw next month. And so NIB has had its own challenges with respect to the ability to release funds, and so we are finally there. And so the housing program should begin in earnest in January.
The first phase of the construction will cost $10 million, which will be dispersed to the ministry in quarterly installments of $2.5 million. According to Dorsett, the government is hoping to build 120 homes in the first phase. That's good news for more than 1,000 Bahamians who recently applied for government homes, and thousands more who have been waiting for years for low-income housing.
We have a list of in excess of some 5,000 persons who have applied for homes, and the new applications processing unit that I have established, they are going through the list just to determine whether those people still want a home, are interested in a home, and what they qualify for.
The new homes will be built in subdivisions in New Providence and Grand Bahama. Private contractors have complained of late of a lack of demand for home construction, which has been attributed to difficulties experienced by potential customers in obtaining mortgages. Historically, government homes have been priced at a minimum of about $75,000 or $80,000. Dorsett said the government is working to make low-income housing even more affordable. He's encouraging more Bahamians to apply.
We have had to turn away people who, but for $5,000, was not able to qualify for a home. But as we continue to investigate new systems of construction and new building methods, and with a mandate that I've given my department to reduce the footprint of some of our homes, I think that we're going to be able to get more Bahamians to qualify for product at a lower cost.
The Department of Housing is expected to build more than 1,300 homes over the next 4 years as a part of its mandate. It is also looking to the private sector to assist the government in meeting the significant demand for housing.
We are presently in negotiations with private sector interests for public-private sector joint collaborative efforts for the build-out of additional homes.
Anyone interested in low-income housing is encouraged to apply online at www.dohbahamas.com. Well, here's some good news for the tourism industry. The year will end on a high note for the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort, with officials boasting of a sold-out November and the strongest Christmas in many years. They say Thanksgiving's occupancy levels are all thanks to the 3rd annual Battle for Atlantis, a preseason college basketball tournament that brings thousands of visitors to the Bahamas.
We're tracking certainly better than we've done any year with the Battle for Atlantis, and for that matter, probably any year we've done for Thanksgiving for a very long time. We're essentially, I think I want to go on the limb and saying, sold out.
We are. I mean, we've got a couple of scattered rooms here or there, but we're at a point now, just to show you a little bit how the business part of it sort of is highlighted at the same time, because ultimately that's what the strategy is. The strategy is a tourism strategy. It's not. We're not in the basketball business, we're in the hotel business, we're in the hospitality industry, not the basketball industry. The vehicle is the tournament that brings fans and families to come to the destinations.
Atlanta's Vice President of Public Affairs Ed Fields and Senior Vice President of Special Events Michelle Wiltshire said the Imperial Ballroom turned NCAA basketball stadium seats up to 3,800 people per game. And along with attracting thousands of fans, family, and friends, each team also brings hundreds of people in their entourages.
I mean, you got teams like Kansas, I think, 5 charter planes?
5 charter planes. They're traveling with 1,600 people, 1,600 people traveling with them. They're bringing their cheerleaders, they're bringing their mascot. They are game on, game on.
They like basketball.
Iowa, traveling with 800 plus people. Also, charters, they're all in. Because here's the cool thing. Not only do they get to go as a team to an amazing destination where they're playing the best basketball in the game, they're also doing it on a holiday that's important to them. So they're bringing their families.
The growth in visitors is not only due to the fact that Battle for Atlantis has become the premier preseason college basketball tournament, but also because of the warm hospitality and the hard work of more than 8,000 people who worked to pull off the successful event.
2011 Battle for Atlantis, we sold a total 7,834 tickets. That's a lot of tickets. Second year, last year, we sold 17,450. As of this morning, we have already sold 24,000 tickets for the Battle for Atlantis.
It's a couple of tickets.
24,000 tickets. They feel welcome from the very first minute to the very last minute. And I said earlier, they come to the Bahamas and to Atlantis as fans of basketball. they come back, they return as fans of this destination, of this country, of our tourism product.
The 12-game tournament will run from Thursday, November 28th to Saturday, November 30th at the Imperial Ballroom at Atlantis. Tickets are available at the resort's box office or online at battleforatlantis.com. There are signs that Atlantis will also be fully booked from December 20th until early January for the first time in many years.